Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the senior would love to have that one back, just a little too much on the pass. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Shager. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Washington State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do. And you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that quarterback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Coming after him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Washington State sends out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To the air, it's Shager. Wide open downfield. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Hawaii! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Hudson. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Washington State lines up quickly. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. They go right back to him. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Back to throw, it's Mateer. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the outcome. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's McBride.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Quickly to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. You think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Fires to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Washington State going quickly.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. To the air. It's Mateer. Lets it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go in. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Washington State, 10. Hawaii, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Made a defender miss. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Washington State lines up quickly.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Washington State ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And the timing just a hair off. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And And in this offense, you know as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington State.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns.
But this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Off the RPO, complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback in the first progression.
Here comes the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Motion from the offense. He wants to throw it again. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great defenses.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. It's a draw. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Offense, quick tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the Rainbow Warriors get it past the sticks. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw at Shager. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Looking for space. It's Parker. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Washington State going quickly. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Warriors!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
20, Hawaii, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Freeman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And his throw is incomplete. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. It's complete. Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to pass, it's Shager. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
That full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that would create.
Throws to the wideout. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
27, Hawaii.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, he got loose. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Pressure comes. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Makes a man miss.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Washington State lines up quickly. They go to the ground. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. The play action fake. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Wants to throw. It's Shager. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there screen passes, it just never developed. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grab near the marker. It's Hines. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneaks, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Rainbow Warriors moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Wazoo. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. A designed run for the quarterback. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down for the offense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hawaii. And once he got loose, it was all over.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like these. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Washington State, 38. Hawaii, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Washington State going quickly. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. A little release to the back. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's McBride. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Rainbow Warriors are on the move.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got his man. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got his man across the middle. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Dropping back, it's Shager. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
It's now second and goal.
They keep attacking through the air. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. Washington State lines up quickly. They'll try to run for it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. How about that play by the strong safety? Made sure his responsibility was covered and then just went and made a play.
Yeah. Sometimes it's freestyling, right? Sometimes coaches will get a little bit upset, but they don't get near as upset when I get the guy on the ground. They're okay with that, but I'm spinning down. I'm playing close to the line of scrimmage as a strong safety. I see the quarterback. I got to make sure if I do go to him, I better get that sucker, and I better wrap him up, and I better tackle him.
Fair catch, called for and made. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. Back to pass, it's Shager. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the fourth sack of the day. This defense have had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
This is a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll throw it on first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're this is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Makes a connection. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Rainbow Warriors are in the hurry-up.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Off play action. They're working that left side. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Second down now after the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To the air, it's Shager. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, time to bust out those cigars, guys, as the clock has hit 0 between Alabama and Tennessee. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.